Well, happy Sunday, happy weekend, Knicks Nation. I hope you're all enjoying your weekend, and I hope that you're all safe and healthy this weekend, and that your Sunday is going well as we're at the end of the weekend for most of us. Welcome and greetings to all that are in Knicks Nation, of course. And now, as we're getting ready to now start training camp this week. Training camp starts, and it's finally, the season's finally going to begin. Welcome, Brother Lonnie. Welcome, Aaron Spalding, Kubar Dobbins, Miss Stevenson, Lee Thomas, Donnell 140th, Richard Vance, Carlton Champagne, DJ Diz, my man, New York Rican, Delmar Brown, Ken Ribby, my man Wakano, my man Andrew Abraham, Jared Charlotte, my man Michael Drake, Cash Out James, Motivational Mind, Jay Chill, Flexi Flex. What's up, all of y'all? I hope everybody's enjoying your weekend. What a week. What a beginning to the season. This is going to be very, very, very interesting. What's up, Guilford McCormick? How you doing? Very interesting, y'all. So the season starts to this week, really. I mean, with the training camp this week. And of course, soon after that, we're going to have the preseason games, and then we're going to get into the regular season. What's up, Royce? What's up, Khalid? It's going to get started soon. So Jrue Holiday goes to Boston for Robert Williams, Malcolm Brogdon, and a couple of first-round picks. All right, what's up, Mr. Edwards? How you doing? So, couple things I want to, and we're going to go over this. What a lot of people that hype teams forget, and it's a very important thing that they forget. It's not just your star power. You got to play 82 games. The season is 82 games long. That's extremely important to remember. Okay? It's 82 games long. And during that marathon of a season, teams can get broken down. All right? And so people look at starting fives, and they look at them on NBA 2K, and they look at their stats, and they're like, oh man, this is the favorite. And they're forgetting that how durable are these teams? How durable are these teams? Not only that, in order to have a chance to win in the league, you got to have a bench. You got to have a bench. If all you got is a starting five, generally that's not enough. You got to have a bench. Okay? You got to have a bench. So that's what we're going to talk about. We got to talk about the totality of the situations. Okay, the totality of the situations. And so I'm basically going to go over 5 teams because, quite honestly, to me, the Eastern Conference is about 5 teams. It really is. And in no particular order. I know people think this one's going to be the best and this one, but there's a lot of factors involved. The 5 teams, and again, in no particular order: Boston, Milwaukee, the Knicks, Cleveland, and Philly. To me, that's your teams right there. Now, you could get a surprise. Miami's always hanging around. They got a tough team. They always got a culture. You got Toronto. You got Indiana that's going to probably be better this year. You got Orlando, who's up and coming, but still young. You got a number of teams that can battle. And then, but for the most part, to me, these are the 5 teams in the East. You're talking about Boston, Milwaukee, the Knicks, Cleveland, and Philly. And again, not in any particular order. It's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a dogfight. Okay? As normally is what it is in the East, with some exceptions. It's a dogfight. And it's going to be a dogfight this year. And when you're having a dogfight, like I said, you got to be tough for 82 games. You can't be good for 50 games and win in the East. You got to be tough for 82 games. Okay? And so I want to talk about each team's starting five, each team's bench, and we'll talk about their strengths, of course, and the weaknesses. And I wanted to start with, hey, what's up, Send the Art Man? Well, thank you for the $20, man. Appreciate it, Raw. Good afternoon. God bless you and the family. To me, this is a bad trade for Boston. They're now relying on KP, Horford, Cornette with Williams gone. They forgot the East have Giannis running loose and Embiid the bulldozer. I completely agree with what Send the Ant-Man just said. We're going to discuss this right now because Boston's the first team I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about all the teams before we talk about the Knicks. But yes, I completely agree. When you're looking at Boston, you're talking about a starting five of KP, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown, Jrue Holiday, and Jason Tatum. Now, on paper, what do you got? You got KP, former All-Star, Al Horford, former All-Star, Brown, current All-Star, Jrue Holiday, current All-Star, Tatum, current All-Star. You got Brown, Jrue Holiday, and Tatum, who are all very good to great defenders. Okay, so you got three, we can say, two-way players. That looks very tough. It looks very tough. But then you remember, they lost Malcolm Brogdon. Okay, they lost a big piece of their bench right there. Then they lost the other cat, the 6'6" forward. That was tough on. They lost, of course, Robert Williams III, another big piece of their defense. Al Horford. How old is Al Horford? How old is he? Let's take a look at this. How old is Al Horford? He must be at least 35, right? Al Horford is at least 35. He's at least 35. He's probably older than that. Al Horford, let me take a look here. Al Horford is 37. He's not 35. He's not 36. He's 37. Your starting center is 37. What do you got backing him up? Brissett, Luke Cornette. That's what you got. Now, look, in the NBA, you need two levels of defense to be a top-tier team. You need defense at the point of attack. Hey, Cal Lab, what's up? Gerard Charlotte, how y'all doing? What's up, y'all? But you need Coach Hauser. Hey, what's up? You need two levels. You need point of attack defense. Now, they got that covered. But you also need rim protection. You need point of attack coverage, and you need rim protection. Now, right now in their starting five, they got all of that. KP, Al Horford, really good rim protectors. But I don't think I need to explain to y'all that an injury to KP or Horford pretty much wipes them out. Y'all understand that, right? Y'all understand what I just said? An injury to KP, and you're depending on Al Horford, Brissett to anchor your defense, Luke Cornette to anchor your defense. Okay? That ain't going to cut it. That ain't going to cut it. Okay? If they add pieces, we'll talk about it, Khalid, but we got to talk about what's right now. And let me tell you, that ain't going to cut it. An injury to KP or Al Horford, and they're in trouble. They really are. They'll be stuck on small ball. They be stuck on small ball. Y'all understand that? They will be dependent on small ball to win. Y'all understand it? So the strength is obvious. They got starting five, the all-star level, all defense level. They do. And Derek White is excellent coming off the bench. And don't sleep on Lamar Stevens. He's good too. And then you got Peyton Pritchard, who's ready to come into his own. I understand all that. But if you mess up and you get KP hurt or you get Al Horford hurt, you're done. You're not going to be top four in the East. Okay, you understand? You're not going to be top four in the East with that. You can get all MVP seasons from Brown and Tatum and Jrue, and y'all going to be locked down on the perimeter. For real. They're going to be good. But I hate to see what they look like if they lose a KP or they lose a Al Horford. And Al Horford is really a durable ball player. He's been like that a long time. Al Horford has been a durable ball player for a long time. But out at 37 going on 38, I mean, you're really dependent on a guy that's going to be 38 years old. I mean, people were complaining about my man Giroux being 33. He's 33 the whole season. But you're talking about a guy that's 38. We're not even talking about 33 no more. You're talking about 38. No, really, he's 37. He's not, let's be fair. He's not going to be 38 till next summer. He's 37. Okay, he's 37. I want to see how much he's played. So he played 63 games last year, 69. He played 28 games in Oklahoma City, 60, I don't count that, 67 games in Philly, 68 in Boston, 72. So Al is a good, I could say even now, we could say Horford is a good 65 game player. But yeah, he's not, he don't have the lateral movement. He's 37. He's not going to have the lateral movement he once had. He's not going to be out on the perimeter quick to get out there. And Al Horford, you know, when he's guarding a Mitch Rob, okay, he could guard a Mitch Rob. But he cannot guard Julius Randle. He will not be able to guard Julius Randle. Okay. So I say Boston is still tough. I still give them top 5 in the East. But they got weaknesses. Let's put it that way. There's weaknesses there. And the 82 game season is their worst enemy. Y'all understand what I get? The 82 game season is their worst enemy. Okay? That's their worst enemy. The Bucks. Let's talk about the Bucks. They start Dame Dollar, Giannis, Lopez, Middleton, and they start Beasley. Their bench, they have Connaughton, they have Crowder, they have Portis. That's their bench. I was not impressed when they made the trade. Only I was impressed with their desperation to try to keep Giannis. But I was not impressed when they made the trade. They're not scary to me, Russell Reed. I'm not scared of Milwaukee. I'm not. I don't know why anybody would be scared of Milwaukee. Look, on paper, this sounds really good. On paper. I ain't gonna front, it sounds good on paper. Until you realize Chris Middleton is extremely important to what they do. Chris Middleton played 33 games last year. Chris Middleton played 33 games. He's 31 years old. He's 31. He's actually 32 now. He just turned 32. He played 32 games last year, 66, 68, 62, 77. The last time he played more than 70 games was 2018. 62 we give him because that was the COVID shortened season. And then 68 we give him because that was a 72 game season. But then he had 66 and 33. And he's got knee issues. Middleton is the key here. So if they lose Middleton, they are dependent, and I'm not saying it's impossible now, but they lose Middleton, they're dependent on Crowder and Connaughton and Beauchamp. Beauchamp, I'm not saying he can't play. Beauchamp could play. He have to come on into his own pretty quickly, though, to make up for the loss of a Middleton. It's possible, but I'm telling you right now, they're starting 5. I know everybody goes crazy off Dame, but they ain't got no defense at the point of attack. You see, if you've been a Knicks fan for any length of time and you suffered through guys that can't play defense at the point of attack for many seasons, especially since Mitch Rob has been here. Okay. And you got guys that can't play defense at the point of attack. In the NBA, that's a death sentence. Again, I remind you, one of the best rim protecting front lines and defensive front lines are in Cleveland. And they had 2 all NBA guards. But neither of those guards could guard the point of attack. And they got beat in the first round. Y'all need to remember that. That wasn't no fluke that the Knicks beat them in 5 games. They could not guard the point of attack. And why is that important? Because when you get a breakdown at the point of attack, now you're dealing with a 3-on-4 or 4-on-5-on-3 situation or 5-on-3 situation, and your big men now are liable for foul trouble. And if you're a Knicks fan, you should know this. I mean, because we've suffered through it. When they had the tank commander, what was his name? Dang, I forgot his name. But when you got Mitch Rob back there, but then you had the tank commander, nobody could guard the point of attack, and Mitch kept getting in foul trouble. Okay, that's why Tiz liked the point guard, that defensive point guard. He had that one season that they won 41 games. Yeah, Moutier couldn't guard nobody. Okay. And then there was the other guy, the Spanish guy they had before that. He couldn't guard nobody. And we kept getting broke down at the point of attack. And then they tried to put Kemba Walker. Y'all don't remember Kemba Walker? They started Kemba Walker, and they was getting toasted at the point of attack. Kemba would score 40, and we lose. Y'all don't remember that? Kemba would score 40 and we lose. Mitch Calderon, right. And Mitch Rob kept getting in foul trouble, and people kept blaming Mitch Rob. And I kept telling you, Mitch Rob can't guard 2 and 3 people. What? You can't have Kemba out there playing on one leg. He can't guard anybody. And Fournier can't guard anybody. So I'm going to tell you right now, Dame Dollar can't guard nobody. I'm going to tell you right now, you better have Middleton better be healthy. Because if Middleton is out, they're going to have a problem. And I'm going to tell you right now, Beasley can't guard nobody either. Oh, you think Malik Beasley could guard somebody? Seriously? Malik Beasley can't guard nobody either. So you know what I'm saying? So you better hope Dame scores 60 a game to keep you in the game. Dame sucks as a defender. Dame Dollar sucks as a defender. Okay? Sucks. He can't guard his shot. Okay? He can't. He can score. Can't nobody stop him from scoring on earth. He can score at will. Even now, Dame Dollar can score at will. Yes, he can. There's no doubt. But don't ask him to stop anybody. Don't ask him to do that. Don't. Because you setting yourself up for serious disappointment. You setting yourself up for serious disappointment, man. For real. You setting yourself up for serious disappointment. You ask him to guard somebody. See? So you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a problem. Yeah. See? So, and so people like to focus on the offense. And again, in championships, defense wins championships. Defense wins championships. Not shooting from half court. Why the Warriors were so good wasn't just because Stephen Curry was unstoppable. They had all NBA defender in Thompson next to him. They had all NBA defender in Green. They had still a really good defender, okay, in Kevon Looney. Defense wins championships. Why? Please remember, in the playoffs, just think back in the playoffs. If you can remember the last few years' playoffs, some of y'all don't remember. But look, how many times did y'all see close games in the playoffs and the teams that were able to get stops win the game? Did y'all notice that? That's right. And you need the rebound. So the teams that are able to get stops at crunch time, you see, brother, when you're in the playoffs, everybody's good. Ain't no sucky teams in the NBA playoffs. Everybody's good. So you got to bring your A game. Okay, that's right. This is the league. You got to bring your A game. And so it comes down to 2, 3, sometimes possessions, 4 possessions. And you got to get stops. You got to get crucial time stops. Okay? You got to get crucial stops. So I'm saying to y'all, I don't see that with Milwaukee. And like I said, if you are missing Middleton for more than, if Middleton doesn't play at least 50 games, you better hope Marchand Beauchamp could come through. You better hope he could come through. You better hope the young boy's ready for prime time. And again, I'm being serious. He might be. He might be. I don't know. I like Beauchamp, you know, as an NBA player. And I thought he had the ability to become a really good defender, Beauchamp. But yeah, I don't know if he's ready. But that's not my problem. But that's their problem. See, because if Middleton gets hurt, you better hope Beauchamp is ready. Connaughton and now Crowder, talk about a guy that's past his usefulness as an effective NBA player for more than 15 minutes. You play Crowder for more than 15 minutes, you know you got problems. Okay. And Connaughton could play. He ain't no star. I wouldn't even consider Connaughton a fifth option. Unless Giannis is just so tough down low, you can give him some wide open threes. Then he's pretty good. He's Reggie Bullock. He's Reggie Bullock. That's what he is. He's vanilla Reggie Bullock. That's what Connaughton is. Vanilla Reggie Bullock. Which means you could put Brunson on him. He ain't getting to the hole. Don't worry about that. You put Brunson on him, he's got to shoot over Brunson. That's what I would do. Just like the Knicks did, Atlanta did when they put the leprechaun. They put the leprechaun on Bullock. And the leprechaun locked Bullock up. Why? Because Bullock got jump shot. Couldn't take nothing off the dribble. Couldn't take nothing off the dribble. That's Connaughton. Okay? Connaughton ain't taking you off the dribble. But he can shoot. But we got something for that. See? So I'm really, Milwaukee going to win a lot of games. Because in the regular season, on the long season, you can win some games just outscoring people. But not when you get to the playoffs. Not when you get to the playoffs. Then there's Cleveland. Now, I'm going to give Cleveland, I like Cleveland. And the reason I like Cleveland is because this is the second year. Remember, last year was their first year with Donovan Mitchell. This is the second year. Now, Donovan Mitchell and Garland still can't guard their shadow. I'm not even joking. They still going to have problems guarding. But they went and got Max Strus. They went and got George Niang. And they got LeVert. And they still got Wade, who's a good bench piece. And then, to me, the key for Cleveland is Mobley. Mobley's the key here because Mobley is like a leopard that didn't get his complete spots, yet. He's still a baby leopard. If Mobley could, I'm of the firm belief that Mobley will be a top 10 player in the NBA. He will be. He's that good. And that's the key here. If Mobley takes a step forward, Cleveland's going to be tough because he's not a guy that gets hurt a lot. He's a kid and he can basically do it all. He can play defense. He can play help defense. Offensively, he's unlimited. He can shoot a three. Mobley, to me, is one of those kids that's going to be that guy once he, So it depends on, so you got Garland, you got Donovan Mitchell, Okoro, Mobley, and Allen are still tough defenders, but you don't have anything at the point of attack. You got to bring in the Max Strus. LeVert is a better defensive player than both Garland and Mitchell, even though he won't start. So this is going to be an interesting thing, but I like Cleveland because now they have 1 year of continuity and you got Mobley. And I'm very high on Mobley. When you add him with the rest of this crew, Jared Allen's a really solid rim protector, except he don't want to see Mitch Robinson. Jared Allen is a really solid rim protector, but he don't want to see Mitch Robinson. Then you got Mobley. Okoro's a tremendous defender. Come into the league as a tremendous defender. Then you got Mitchell and Garland who can't guard nothing. But I still like Cleveland. They're going to be tough, even though they still got that weakness at the point of attack. Okay? Yeah, he don't want to see. Allen is really good. but he don't want to see Mitch Rob. Then there's Philly. Now, I think at first glance, I thought Philly was ready for a step backwards. I think, right? Y'all see that? I think at first glance, when you think of Philly, oh man, they had their chances over. But one thing Philly got that I think people are sleeping on. Look, Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, and Tucker have played together for a minute, right? I mean, they've been together, what, 3-4 seasons, right? I mean, so what do they have? Continuity. Then you got Harden, right? So you got Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Harris, Tucker, and Harden. Then for their bench, they got Pat Beverly. If there was ever a defensive ace coming off the bench, if there was ever, an old deuce, it's Pat Beverly. Then you got Melton, DeAnthony Melton's a really solid, very solid defender. They got Paul Reed, and then they just acquired Kelly Oubre. Right, they got a new coach in there. I think Philly's going to be a lot tougher than people realize. I think they are. The continuity piece is big, and yeah, honestly, defensively, the only weak link they have is Harden. Defensively, he's the only weak link they have, and it's just like the Knicks with Brunson, right? But Harden is the only weak link they have defensively because Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, and Tucker, they're tough defenders, period. End of story. They can play some defense, right? So, and then you got Pat Bev coming off the bench for Harden. Now you got DeAnthony Melton. That's defensive. That's tough defense, right? That's tough defense. Okay. Trash is really Abraham a child term for a really good professional team. Trash means they should be in last place. That's what you consider trash. A top 5 team in the East is Philly. That by no means is trash. Okay? By no means is it trash. By no means. Okay? You can say they're not the top team in the East, and I understand that. But to say trash is childish. It's childish. Yeah, no, but that's not trash. Even with the Harden drama, that's not trash. Okay? So they still have Harden drama. There's no question. You're right about that. But to say they're trash, no. That is classically underestimating your opponent. That's classically underestimating your opponent. With Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, and PJ Tucker, with Pat Beverly, DeAnthony Melton, and Paul Reed coming off the bench, and you got also Mo Bamba, that is not trash by any stretch. Don't get it twisted. Okay, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying the Knicks can't beat them, but don't call them trash. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful to the game. You're disrespecting the game. Don't disrespect the game. Okay? Children might do that because they don't know any better. But grown men don't do that. That's a good daggone team right there. Okay? So I like Philly and Cleveland better than most people because of the continuity. That's DL. Like on the DL, people don't understand. They got the continuity. Like how long you had besides Donovan Mitchell, Garland, Okoro, Mobley, and Allen, they played together for a minute. You understand? They played together for a minute. That's not no team that just came together. They played together for a minute. Okay. So I like Cleveland and Philly, but let's talk about the Knicks. Honestly, and I'm saying I'm a Knicks fan, but I'm trying to say this in a balanced way. The most stable franchise in the East is the New York Knicks. The most stable franchise in the East is the New York Knicks. Okay? The most stable franchise. And they got that stability goes all the way down to the coaching staff, all the way down to the players. Stable, continual. Okay? The Knicks are stable franchise. Let's talk about them. R.J. Barrett, Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, Quentin Grimes, and Jalen Brunson. And your bench, Isaiah Hartenstein, Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, Emmanuel Quickley, Jericho Sims, and Deuce. I'm going to be honest with y'all now. There's no more complete team in the East. I'm just being honest with you. There's no more complete team in the Eastern Conference than the Knicks. That's for real, for real. No, they don't have starting five of Brown, Jrue Holiday, and Tatum. They don't have Dame Dollar and Giannis. They don't have Jarius Garland and Donovan Mitchell or Embiid with Harden. No, they don't have that. But they can play with all of them because they got more studs. Look, RJ, this is what, RJ's 5th year, right? Mitch Rob's 5th, 6th year. They playing together all that time. Randall played together with them all that time, at least 4 seasons. Then you add a Quentin Grimes that they have drafted and are still developing and is only in his 3rd season. And Jalen Brunson, the leader, that got his own team now. Then you add to that Isaiah Hartenstein in the 2nd year with the Knicks. Josh Hart, really 1.5 years. Dante DiVincenzo, but Josh Hart and Dante DiVincenzo coming together out that Villanova program. And then you got IQ Bennett. This is his 4th season with the Knicks. Sims in his 3rd season. Deuce in his 3rd season. I like this team. I like this team. See? That's why people was crying. Look, first of all, let me congratulate you all in Knicks Nation for the most part. I was very proud of the fact of how many of y'all stood up for RJ Barrett. I was ready to trade the boy for Jrue. But RJ Hive came out strong. I mean, strong. I was very impressed with y'all. I got to give y'all the golf clap. For real. Because y'all came out and defended Broadway Barrett. I was really impressed. And some of it wasn't even based on statistics. It was based on your love for RJ Barrett and the New York. Hey, listen, Knicks Nation, I got to give it to you. I got to give it to you. Okay, I do. Got to give it to you. Okay, y'all came out hard for RJ Barrett. I ain't going to front. I would have traded him. And I would have traded Fournier, and I would have Jrue Holiday here. And let me tell you something. Honestly, if the Knicks wanted Holiday, there was nobody else that could compete with them to get him. So what am I saying? The Knicks management and the coaching staff made a decision. No. So y'all should be happy. No, we're going to keep Barrett. No, we'll deal with Fournier later. We like our team. Hey, I like the team too. I'm not fronting. I told y'all, I think in this, even in the video I did where I talked about the trade, I started the video, if you recall, saying the Knicks don't need nothing. Didn't I say that? Y'all can bear witness. I said the Knicks don't need nothing. But if they were going to do it, this is how they needed to do it. So Keith Blocker, thanks for the $5. The Knicks are the most complete team in the East Conference. Yes, they are. I ain't fronting. They really are. So y'all, I gotta give Knicks Nation I gotta give you your flowers. Y'all was really protecting Broadway Barrett. And y'all was some of y'all still think if I mention Barrett in the trade, I'm hating him. Some of y'all so sick. I mean, you could swing on them nutsacks, but don't get carried away. I don't hate RJ Barrett. I call him Broadway Barrett. But if I think there's an opportunity for the Knicks to make a trade that takes them to the finals, which I thought that was, I'll do it. Listen, y'all. And let me bring up an example, a recent example. Yahoo Sports reported that the Knicks would like multiple first-round picks for Mitchell Robinson. Did y'all see that? The Knicks are looking for multiple first-round picks for Mitchell Robinson. Did y'all see that? Y'all see that headline? Well, first of all, y'all, that's what I'm saying. Some of y'all get it twisted already. The article did not state that the Knicks are shopping Mitchell Robinson. Do you understand? There's a difference. Teams are calling for Mitchell Robinson. And the Knicks are saying, we need 3 first-round picks. What are they really saying? We're not trading him. The Knicks are saying we need a boatload for him. You understand? So people read that and even had asking for a quote from Mitch Robinson. The Knicks never said they were shopping. Neither did the article say. The article didn't say the Knicks are shopping Mitchell Robinson. They said that the Knicks would want multiple first-round picks for Robinson. Because why? Why would they even have to mention that? Well, they mentioned it halfway without giving you the real. They should have said the Knicks are not shopping him and teams are calling for him, because that's what that means. It means teams are saying, what do y'all want for Mitchell Robinson? And they're saying we want a boatload for Mitchell Robinson, because basically we're not giving y'all Mitchell Robinson. Okay? You understand? So that's what when I talk about clickbait, stupid media, that's what I'm talking about. That was purposely crafted to get people's reaction, to make people think that the Knicks wanted to trade Mitchell Robinson, when that's not the case at all. Teams are interested in Mitchell Robinson. Just like y'all remember the one where they were saying, teams were calling for Deuce McBride, and the Knicks were not willing to put him in trades. See, they're not shopping Deuce McBride. People calling for him. There's a difference when teams call to inquire, what would you like for this player? And let me explain this to you. I mean, in a technical way, every NBA player is on the market. But the question is, what's the price, right? So if you're looking for a car and you decide on a car, right? You decide you want a Benz. Let's say I don't need a new Benz. Let me get a 5-year-old Benz. Well, how much is the 5-year-old Benz is going for? They're going for $35,000. Okay. Now, if a guy wanted to sell it to you, they say, okay, we'll give it to you for $32,000. But if he really didn't want to sell it to you, he said, yeah, the Benz is for sale for $45,000. And knowing nobody's going to spend that, but if they did, he's way ahead. Buy him another Benz, right? So that's what the NBA is about. Every player could be traded, but the price is what you're talking about. The price, right? And again, we can safely say now, that Don had a price for Jrue Holiday. And they didn't meet the price, so he walked. Right? Is that right? He had a price. And this is the same for every trade, every possibility. The Don has a price in his head. If you meet that price, you could do business. If you don't meet that price, I'll walk on. That's what he did with Jrue Holiday. He had a price. Portland said no thanks, and he said no thanks. See you. Go talk to Boston. Okay. All right. So, yeah, the Knicks are really a stable friend, the most stable. Look, why am I saying that? Boston replaced their coach a year ago. They got a young coach, and then they now have KP, a new piece. That's let's put it frankly, he could be injury prone, right? He could. Right. They got a starting center that's 37. Right? Right? So, and they just traded away the 6th man of the year. I don't care what you did. You're starting off a little shaky now. You better hope this comes together. Right? The Bucks got a new coach, first-time head coach, Adrian Griffin. I'm not saying he ain't going to be good, but there's a lot of pressure on him in Milwaukee. He's got to win. Like I said, if the Knicks won 50 games, lost in the second round in 7 games, it would be a successful season. If the Milwaukee Bucks win 50 games, lose in the second round in 7 games, people are getting fired and traded. That's what happens when you go all in, y'all. When you go all in, that's what it means. You're either going to win, it's championship or bust. That's what it is. Milwaukee has to at least reach the Eastern Conference Finals for this season to be successful. If they don't reach the Eastern Conference Finals, they have failed. They have failed. You got me. Yeah, Ms. Lee, Jrue Holiday's been traded to the Boston Celtics for Robert Williams III, Malcolm Brogdon, and 2 number 1s. Yeah, that deal is done. So Milwaukee is really under a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure in Milwaukee, y'all. In Fear the Deer, a lot of pressure there. right? That's why I honestly am not real confident that they're going to be as good as everybody thinks. I really am not. Like I said, I like Cleveland and Philly. Those are more stable. Cleveland still got Bickerstaff. They got a lot of the same crew. I mean, Garland, Okoro, Mobley, Allen, Levert, they played together for a minute. Dean Wade, they've all played together for a minute. That's a lot of stability and continuity right there. And now you got a second year with Donovan Mitchell. I like that. Then Philly, Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Harris, Tucker, Harden. Well, at least them four, they played together for 2, 3, 4 seasons. All them guys. So they know each other. DeAnthony Melton's been there like 2, 3 seasons. Paul Reed has been there from his rookie year. Then they added a Mo Bamba. They added a Pat Bev. They added, obviously, a James Harden and an Oubre. That's a lot of stability right there in Philly. But they got a new coach. That's always a risk. You got, new coach and Nick Nurse. That's always a risk. Okay, new coach. But the Knicks got the same coach they've had now. This is year 4. RJ, Rob, Randall. They've all played together 4 seasons. You got Sims and Deuce. You got IQ. They've all played together 3 and 4 seasons. Then you added Hart. Imagine Isaiah Hartenstein, Dante DiVincenzo, and of course, Jalen Brunson. Yeah, Portland's going to trade Brogdon. Portland needs to and will go with the youth that they got. I mean, right, they got Scoot Henderson, Anthony Simons, and they got Shaedon Sharpe. What? They're not going to mess with that. So they're going to trade, again, what are they looking for? Young talent and draft capital, right? So they're going to trade Brogdon again, and he's going to get draft cap. They're going to get draft capital for him from somebody. Yeah, Toronto would be a good spot for him, I think. Him backing up Schroeder, or even starting and Schroeder backing him up. That's a pretty good situation. Yeah, I think T-Dot, I think that's not a bad one. But there's a lot of possibilities with him. But I think he'd go to a playoff team like Clippers. He could go there. But Clippers don't have the draft capital, I don't think, that the Blazers, whereas Toronto got draft capital. They can give a number 1 for Brogdon. That's all it would take, one number 1, and you can get Brogdon. Okay. I don't know if the Clippers could do that. Toronto certainly can do that. Okay. He could go to Miami. There's a lot of possibilities for Malcolm Brogdon. Really is. He's not as hot as Jrue Holiday is, but he's going to be plenty of interest in Malcolm Brogdon. So, yeah, Portland's going to trade him. They're going to keep Robert Williams. I would. You got Ayton and Robert Williams backing each other up. You're solid at the 5 spot. You got now the other kid there, Grant, at the power forward. And now, you just got 3 solid studs, young studs in your backcourt. Yeah, you're right, Coach House. Their cupboards might be missing some things. I'm talking about Toronto. He's talking about Toronto after the Knicks win this lawsuit. But I like the Knicks' chances. I like all of what they got. I like how they flow at every position. Some of y'all are real worried about the power forward as if you got to plug every hole. It doesn't work like that. So, yeah, I like how they got everything really nice. And a lot of y'all, I've been hearing a lot of knuckleheads complaining about too many 6'4" guys. This is the NBA is a wing league. It's a wing league. Strong wings help you win chips. And I mean 2-way wings. And they got strong wings. Quentin Grimes, RJ Barrett, IQ plays a wing. You got Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart. You want that. You want that. Okay? You do. Then you got plug and play guys that can play the point guard with IQ, Deuce McBride, of course, Jalen Brunson, and even Dante can play some point guard if he needs to. So I like the Knicks are going to be all right, man. Don't worry about them. Keep blocking. Thanks for the fight. I believe it's not going to work on Milwaukee having 2 superstars because who is going to get the most touches of the ball? Well, to be quite fair, Giannis doesn't care about touches as much as Dame Dollar does. Giannis really doesn't care about touches. He really not. Giannis is a solid dude that wants to win. He's really all about winning as long as they win. The problem will be if Dame Dollar gets a lot of touches and they're losing. Now you're going to have a problem. Okay, then you're going to have a problem. Okay, Dame Dollar gets a lot of touches. He's going to keep getting a lot of touches because he can score at will. There's nobody that can stop Damian Lillard. I mean, really. There's nobody in the league that can stop him. And there's very few people in the league that he can stop. That's the problem. Nobody in the league can stop him, but there's very few people in the league that he can stop. And let me tell you something. He cannot guard Jalen Brunson. I could tell you right now. And Jalen Brunson would not have to be guarding him. That's why you got Quentin Grimes. Okay? That's why you got Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes will be guarding Damian Lillard. And let me tell you something real quick. It ain't going to be easy for Dame Dollar against Q-Dog. He can score now. Nobody can lock up Dame Dollar. But he's going to make it extremely difficult for him to get his 30. It's extremely difficult. Okay? Whereas, who on Milwaukee is going to guard Jalen Brunson? Who's going to guard him? Wait, let's take a look. They got Connaughton. No. Crowder, forget it. Forget it. Beasley? Oh, man. Jalen Brunson will be licking his chops. He's going to be licking his chops. He's going to be lighting some people up. Oh, I'm telling you, I disagree. Y'all got to remember, Justin Holiday is the brother of Aaron Holiday. And if you don't know nothing about the Holidays, they hang around a long time. These guys are long-term players. They're not injury-prone guys that are out 50 games every year. They play, okay? So, yeah, he's 33, but don't hang your hat on that. This cat's going to be all-NBA defense this season. He'll probably be an all-star this season, okay? I'm telling you. Holiday's really good. I don't understand how come y'all don't know that. Did y'all see him when he was in New Orleans? The only problem he had in New Orleans, he was surrounded by guys that didn't play defense. He had Anthony Ambulance, who hardly played. Then he got Julius Randle, who didn't know what defense looked like in Milwaukee. They got no defense. And it was just him playing defense. So you added him to a team where you got all NBA defense in Giannis. Middleton can play defense. Lopez can play defense. Oh, now all of a sudden, championship. Don't sleep on him, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, do not sleep on him. Okay? Do not sleep on him. Okay? Yeah. Senior Beef, you're right. Senior Beef said he can't guard Brunson. But then again, Senior Beef, right? Let's be fair. Can anybody in the NBA guard Brunson one-on-one? No, seriously, though. I'm not even mentioning. Is there anybody in the NBA that could guard Jalen Brunson one-on-one? Anybody? And I'm talking about of the best of them. Because Holiday's one of the best. Holiday was all NBA defense this past season. And he can't guard. Can anybody guard him? One-on-one now? No. There's nobody in the entire league, the best basketball league in the world, that can guard Jalen Brunson. Nobody. Okay? Okay? This cat is tough. It's like saying, daggone, man, Jason Tatum lit up this player, lit up that player. Well, it's Jason Tatum. Who could guard him? Yeah, maybe Deuce or Grimes. Right. Maybe Deuce or Grimes. That's it. That's it. Jamal Murray, he get toasted. Kyle Lowry, please. You better not pick Kyle Lowry on Jalen Brunson. Please. Are we talking about, what's the boy name in Atlanta? He's good, though. What's that boy in Atlanta? Not the leprechaun, the other cat that they got, the tall, lanky dude. He could guard now. I ain't gonna front. That boy could guard. You guys don't, DeJounte. Okay, I ain't gonna front. DeJounte is, I'll give you DeJounte because DeJounte could guard some people. I love his defense. DeJounte Murray can play some freaking defense. And I'm not gonna sleep on DeJounte. I ain't gonna sleep on him. There's always that guy. Okay, Murray's that guy. he is. He really is. I mean, right? Am I lying? Murray is that guy. He could guard Jalen Brunson. Murray is one of the best defenders at the point of attack in the entire NBA. I like his game. Yeah. I'm telling you. Did he? Yeah. DeJounte is that dude. Yeah, I ain't going front. I'm not even talking about what he did at the Garden last year, which y'all know he did light it up. But DeJounte Murray can really play some defense, man. He really can. There's just no doubt about it. Okay. Everybody, yeah, exactly, Coach House. Everybody got a kryptonite. DeJounte is one of them. He's really, really good. So I'll give you DeJounte. But Kyle Lowry? Seriously? You wouldn't dare. You wouldn't dare. Even we know Jrue Holiday had problems. I think Jalen dropped 40 on him last year. We know neither Garland nor Donovan Mitchell can do anything with him. Maybe Tyrese Maxey. Maybe, because don't sleep on Tyrese Maxey. Maybe Tyrese Maxey, but I wouldn't even put that much. Tyrese is good now. I think people sleep on Tyrese Maxey. I think he's much better than people think. But most people cannot guard Jalen Brunson. See, that's the bottom line, right? Most people cannot guard him. Now, when I say that, when I say that, most people cannot guard him, right? And that's the truth. Now, most people can't. Pat Beverly's a roughneck, but he'll foul out. And then, I'm not worried about him. And Okoro's a good defender. See, I'm not knocking Beverly or Okoro as far as being tight defenders. They're really good defenders. Dinwiddie's a slight, he can play pretty good defense. But in saying that they can't guard Jalen Brunson just tells you how good Brunson is. That's how good he is. Okay? These guys got no shot. Now, but we know for the Knicks, this is the thing that I like about. There's several possibilities. So if Randall gets better, if he gets more efficient this year, the Knicks are going to cruise. If RJ takes a step forward, the Knicks are going to cruise. If they give Quentin Grimes more touches in the offense this year, the Knicks are going to cruise. If they get Dante DiVincenzo shooting that rock, the Knicks are going to cruise. So and let me ask you, none of those things are far-fetched. Am I correct? They don't need all of them to happen, just a couple. If RJ takes a step forward, he starts shooting 40% from three, he gets close to 50% from the floor, he finishes on his floaters, the Knicks are going to be good. Just that. You give Quentin Grimes 16 shots a game. Just that. I'm telling you, there's too many variables that can work positively for the Knicks. Too many. Okay. Even Mitch Rob, he plays 55 games. He gets hurt and he's out 25 games. Listen, I'm very confident in Jericho Sims starting at the 5, with Hartenstein coming in behind. Very confident. Okay. Very confident. Right. Not to even mention Emmanuel Quickley. And I'm telling you right now, that's one thing I'm going to just say. Emmanuel Quickley is going to be better this year than he's ever been. This is probably going to be his best season. Okay? This is going to be his best season. Yeah. Brethren, Knicks Nation, we can't celebrate because the season ain't started. You still got to play the games. But we should be feeling very confident in our team. And let me just again say to y'all, don't trip at the first 3-game losing streak they have. Every team in the NBA gets a 3-game losing streak. Every one. Unless you're the Chicago Bulls from whatever year they won 70 games, or the Golden State Warriors. And we know those are historic teams. That doesn't happen all the time. That's an anomaly. Every team goes through a 3-game losing streak. Don't trip the first 3-game losing streak they go. Okay? Don't. Just chill. We'll be all right. And don't think they're going to go 82-0. No team has ever went 82-0. The league has the highest level of parity in its history, in my opinion. Never been so much even parity in the league. So nobody goes 82-0. So they're going to lose some games that y'all said they should have won, and they're going to win games that they should have lost. It's going to happen both ways. They're going to have your 5-game winning streaks. They're going to have your 3-game losing streaks. That happens. That's part of the league. Okay? Part of the league. But overall, I like our chances this year. I really like our chances. I really do. I'm not scared. Are y'all really scared of any of the Boston, Milwaukee, Philly, or Cleveland? I mean, seriously, are y'all really worried about those teams? Are y'all like, oh my God, if we face that team, we're gonna lose? I mean, no, none of these teams. None of these teams I feel like that about. There's none of them. I don't feel like that about Boston, Milwaukee, Cleveland, or Philly. If they face any of these teams, I'm confident they can win. Now, when's the last time we could say that? Even last year, before the season, I was looking at the Bucks, with Giannis, Giroux, Middleton, and I was like, Dad, they're just a better team. But not this year. I don't feel like that right now. I don't feel like that. Not the way the Knicks have developed. I'm not feeling like that. Okay? Now, there's nobody I feel like that. Like I said, Philly and Cleveland are the two most stable teams outside of New York, in my opinion. And Philly, I think, is going to be really good. I think unless somebody see injuries, again, this is an 82-game season. So injuries are going to play a big role in the season. People don't count injuries. But you got to see KP. I don't know when's the last time the brother played more than 55 games. I think he played 65 last year. Al Horford's 37 freaking years old. I don't know. And then you got Dame Dollar, who's, how old is he? Dame Dollar got to be up there too, isn't he? I mean, right? How old is this brother? Dame Dollar, how old? He's 30? He's 30, right? Oh, shoot. He's not even 30. I thought Dame Dollar was 30. This brother, 33. You're talking about Jrue Holiday. Damn. So he's 33. Can't play defense. Look. I hear y'all. Some of y'all, Milwaukee's number one, and Las Vegas likes their odds. They don't impress me like that. I'm telling you. Yeah, they better win. If they don't get to the Eastern Conference Finals this year, Giannis is leaving. And some of y'all are going to get your wish because Giannis is leaving, and the Knicks are in the best position to obtain him. If they don't get to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's what they got to do. They got to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. Really. Okay? They got to. And then Boston's been knocking on the door for a minute. Now, they was in the Eastern Conference Finals this past season. I think the season before that, weren't they in the finals, Boston? The season before this? So they was in the Eastern Conference Finals this year. But they've been kind of knocking on that door for a couple of seasons now. So that's why they had to make this move. They've been knocking on that door for a couple of seasons. So they also under a lot of pressure. If Boston loses in the first round, there's some heads going to roll. I'm telling you right now. Okay. Cleveland still got time because it's only their second season with Mitchell. Philly, well, we don't know what's going to happen. Harden, the drama with Harden. I mean, let me ask y'all a question. Could just Harden's drama sink that ship? Can y'all understand that? Just the drama of Harden wanting to be traded could sink that ship. Okay? And Philly's not going to get equal value for him because he's first of all, at his best, even in his MVP season. Do y'all remember he ran out of gas in the playoffs? Do y'all remember that? He ran out of gas in the playoffs. Okay. And since he has left Houston, and before he left Houston, that last year, even his MVP year, homie ain't playing no defense. He ain't playing no defense. Homie ain't playing no defense. He ain't playing no defense with the Nets, and he daggone sure ain't playing no defense in Philly yet. So, he could score, all-time great scorer, all-time great. And they can win with him because you got Tucker, Harris, Maxey, and Embiid, 4 very good to great defenders, really. But so they can win with him. But if he's not even giving effort on defense, and if he doesn't score his average, and if he starts whining about being traded, wanting to be traded, that could cause a problem in Philly. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Harden, you know what? Simeon Toko said it extremely well. Harden takes plays off. That's the bottom line. Let me ask y'all a question. My wife was asking me about Kobe Bryant today. Kobe Bryant never took a play off. See, people like Alonzo Trier, remember him? And Julius Randle, they studied Kobe. They wanted to be like Kobe. But one thing that neither of them did like Kobe. They worked hard, but Kobe never took a defensive play off, ever, or an offensive play. Yes, he hogged the ball. Yes, he did. But defensively, he was all NBA defensive level. Okay? He wasn't just trying to score. He was locking people down. And Kobe's thing was, if you don't work as hard as I do defensively, I am not giving you the basketball. That was Kobe's thing. And that's what made Shaq mad. He's like, look, when you come in shape, Mr. O'Neal, and you play hard on the defensive end, I'll give you the ball. Otherwise, no. Because Kobe played both sides. And he played both sides hard. Because Kobe's idol was Jordan, another guy who never took a playoff, who played both sides at the highest level. Okay? That's what made him different. So, with Randall and with Lonzo Trier, they ain't play no defense. Randall played when he feel like it. He got the ability to play, but he takes plays off defensively because he's resting for the offense. Kobe played both ends at high level. He was lit on both ends all the time. Never took a play off. Okay? That's Kobe Bryant. See? So Harden, on the other hand, takes plays off, and they're usually on the defensive end. He takes plays off. Okay? Offensive juggernaut. He really is. Hall of Fame offensively, MVP. But he takes plays off on the defensive end of the floor. And because of that, he can never win a chip. That's the weakness of Philly right there. That's the weakness. Okay? And I don't know who would they get? They would get, like, if they traded him to the Clippers, would the Clippers send back Paul George? I don't know. If the Clippers sent back Paul George, it would be interesting. It would be. You'd need a point guard, but you'd be interested. It'd be interesting right there. Okay, but he doesn't play any defense. He takes plays off. He's really, to say it is crazy, but am I crazy to say the weak link in the Philly starting five is James Harden? Is that correct? Am I crazy to say that, y'all? The weak link in the Philly starting five is James Harden. That's amazing, isn't it? The weak link in the Philly starting five is James Harden. See, again, say what you want about Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. They are also very injury-prone players. They're not available. But when they play both sides of the ball, right? And they don't take a play off. When those guys are on the floor, they play both sides of the ball and they don't take a play off. That's what you can say about Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Can't say that about James Harden. Can't say that about him. I think the Clippers don't really want him, honestly. I think they lip service like they want him, but they don't really want him. I don't think so. Yeah, he wants to be coached by D'Antoni. Offense, no defense, right? And D'Antoni, no defense, no Brennan. See? So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, and yeah, so the weak link in Philly is Harden. We'll see what happens. But all that being said, the Knicks have a real chance to be top 3 in the East. I'm not guaranteeing they will be, but I want you to know they got more than a 50% chance of being a top 3 team in the Eastern Conference. The New York Knicks. Y'all believe that? They got more than a 50% chance of being a top 3 team in the East. They're a 50-win team. How much over 50? We'll find out. The Knicks are a 50-win team. They got a chance to be top 3 in the East. Okay? That means they got a first-round home court advantage. So the Knicks are in good shape. I love our chances, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not even worried if they start off slow. Honestly, I'm not, because Tibbs teams build up over time. They're going to get better. I'm not worried about that. But they may not start off so slow. They just may not. Brunson may start off killing them. Q-Dog, I'm expecting to start off killing him. Okay, Randall might start slow. RJ might start slow. I'm expecting IQ and Dante to do work from the opening minute. I really am expecting them. And Hart is not the type of player that's going to score 40 for you. But I'm expecting him from day one. Hart is another guy. He's not a Hall of Fame talent like Kobe, right? But like Kobe, have you ever seen Josh Hart take a playoff on either end of the floor? Have you seen Josh Hart since he's been in New York Knicks? Has he ever taken a playoff? Does he take a playoff defensively? Does he take a playoff offensively? Does Josh Hart take a playoff? Does he? What y'all think? I say no. He's never taken a playoff. He's not Kobe Bryant. He's not that talent, but he's all Charlie Hustle, man. He's all Charlie Hustle, y'all. He's all Charlie Hustle. If he played baseball like Pete Rose, he'd sprint to first base on the walk. He'd run through the catcher trying to get to home plate. That's Josh Hart. And I'm expecting that from the opening minute. And he's going to be there from the opening minute. I'm very confident in that. Very confident. Okay? Very confident in that. So I love that. We can expect that. I'm expecting Hartenstein to be diving on the floor. One thing about Hartenstein, again, not the most talented guy, but you see him dive on the floor every game. He's diving on the floor every game. He's in the mix every game. Okay? He's available. 82. Man, I'm getting myself too hyped. Let me calm down. But the Knicks are a 50-win team. They're going to be at least top 5 in the East. They could be as high as top 3. They're going to be in good shape. They're going to be in good shape. I really like this team. I like how and look, let's go over this. RJ, drafted by the Knicks. Mitch Rob, drafted by the Knicks. Quentin Grimes, drafted by the Knicks. Emmanuel Quickly, drafted by the Knicks. Sims, drafted by the Knicks. Deuce, drafted by the Knicks. Free agent signing, Jalen Brunson. Can I say this? Best free agent signing the Knicks have ever had. Can I say that? Best free agent signing the Knicks ever had was Jalen Brunson. Am I right? And that going back how many years? 50, 60 years. Best free agent signing the Knicks ever did was Jalen Brunson. There is no doubt. Okay? No doubt. Then they went and they developed. Now, I want to be real. Julius Randle, when he was on New Orleans, he was candy stats, man. I mean, he put up a lot of numbers, and his teams would consistently lose. He came to New York. Pearl was a trade, Toko. He wasn't a free agent. Earl of Pearl was a trade with the Bullets. Yeah, that was a trade. Brunson was a free agent that came to the Knicks. Yeah. Yeah, best free agent sign the Knicks ever had was Jalen Brunson. Yeah, and then with Randall, he come to New York, needing help, and he became in New York All-NBA and All-Star. He became All-NBA All-Star in New York. You got to give Tibbs his flowers. You got to give Tibbs his flowers. He worked with Julius Randle and I got to say, I was ready to trade that brother as soon as they got Leon Rose here, and I think Rose is ready to trade him. Tibbs saved him in New York, and then all of a sudden he became All-NBA. He learned how to play defense. Still got to get a bit more consistent with that, but this dude became a monster, and he became part of a playoff team, and for the first time in his career, he was in the playoffs, okay? Second year here, third year here, he's in the playoffs again, and I'm going to tell you something about Julius Randle. He's now settled as a New York Knicks. Some people keep trying to bring him up in trades. Get over it. He's not going anywhere. Not now, okay? He's not going anywhere. Not this year. Forget about it, okay? Maybe when he's up for a new contract, we have to see. But right now, he's a Knick, and he ain't going nowhere. And let me tell you something. I'm Julius Hive this year. He's going to drive me crazy. He's going to act like he ain't take his meds and be stupid in some games. There's no doubt about that. But I'll take it. Because you know why? He's going to give us 25 and 10. He's going to help us be top 3 in the East. Now, the playoffs, I'm going to tell you right now, I think he gets better in the playoffs. I think this is going to be the year. I think this is the year when we say, oh, the patience played off with Julius Randle. The development player, yeah, he's always going to be our problem child. That's him. He's an emotional child. Okay? But I think this year's playoffs, because you're going to have Jalen Brunson, You're going to have a better RJ. You're going to have a better Quentin Grimes. You're going to have Dante DiVincenzo and IQ playing his best basketball ever. I think all that together makes Julius Randle better. And Julius Randle feels good and doesn't feel like he has to carry the team. Julius Randle is going to be a problem in the playoffs. I think he is. This is the year, I'm telling you. I'm all in with Julius. Even the problem child, you feel like smacking his stupid buckwheat head when he gets stupid, right? You'd be like, what is wrong with you? But he's going to drive us crazy. There's two players on the Knicks roster that's going to drive all of us crazy, guaranteed this year. One of them is Julius. The other one's RJ. RJ's going to turn the ball over. You're going to be like, what the hell were you thinking? What are you thinking? RJ's going to miss 3 jumpers wide open in a row, and you're going to say, take off the Ray Charles glasses, please. Please. RJ's going to make us curse out the TV. He's going to do that. Yeah, RJ and Julius. But they're both going to be better this year. I'm very confident. How much better? We'll find out. But they're both going to be better this year. And as a team, the Knicks are going to go up. I'm kind of, it's helping me because I'm kind of accepting these things right now. See, like if the Knicks say that at the 40-game point, right? At the 40-game point in the season, the Knicks are, I don't know, let's say they're 25-15. Okay, let's say that. Okay, 25-15 at the 40-game point. Hey, listen. Okay, I'll put up with some crap from Julius. I'll put up with some inconsistency from RJ if that's where we at the halfway point. Okay, we could deal with it. Okay, we could deal with it. So that's what I'm talking about. And I won't be complaining. I won't be saying trade everybody, fire the coach. No, we're in good shape. Y'all be patient with our team now. We're in good shape. We got a team. Okay, we got a team. Really do. We got a team. So don't trip on your guys. These are your guys. Okay, haters come out now. So I ain't seen nobody say, like last year, people was like, they ain't gonna win 20 games. I heard some people say they ain't gonna win 20 games. They're gonna be 11th in the East and all this bull crap. I don't actually, is anybody saying that right now? I don't think anybody's really saying that right now. I don't think anybody's really saying that. Wellflower, you heard anybody say that? Coach Hauser? I ain't heard nobody say that now. They'll be saying that AC. I heard some fools talking about AC, but nobody talking about missing the playoffs. Yeah, they're quiet now, right. They're quiet now. They're crickets, right? And then I got people that are Laker fans coming to my channel looking at the Knicks. And somebody said, and one of y'all said, they said they're preparing to jump ship. They're preparing for the bandwagon. I agree. They're putting their little hand on the Knicks channels, preparing so that when the Knicks win, they can say, I was always the Knicks fan. Yeah, right. Get out of here. Get lost. You already know Knicks, man. There's always a bandwagon dudes, man. They can't help themselves. They give themselves away. The Knicks think the Knicks are better, the Knicks this, the Knicks that until they start winning. Oh, gosh. Hey, listen, I've seen many bad, and you've seen many bad Knicks teams. We've seen many legit bad teams. Teams didn't play defense. Teams didn't get back on fast breaks. Teams with terrible offenses. Teams that couldn't do nothing right. We've seen a lot of bad Knicks teams. This ain't one of them. The one you got now is not one of them. Okay? You've been a lot of bad Knicks teams out there. This year, 23-24, this ain't one of them. Okay? This ain't one of them. Nah. Okay? So, yeah. We in good shape. Let's see this roll. I'm so freaking excited about training camp. Training camp! I'm excited about training camp. And when is the first, y'all know when is the first preseason game? Because I want to see that too. When's the first preseason game? Let me take a look. What's the Knicks? 10-17 at Boston. That's the preseason. So you got, the 9th, October 9th at home against Boston. October 9th, y'all. That's next week. Yeah, that's next week. October 9th is what I'm looking at on the stupid network, ESPN. 7:30, October 9th. That's next week, Monday, if I'm not mistaken, right? That's next week, Monday, October 9th, against Boston. Yes. Oh, my God. I'm so excited. Hey, yo, right? There's nothing like a Knicks season starting. Even when they suck, I'm excited when the season starts. I'm excited regardless. Even if they suck, I'm excited. But I'm extremely trying to keep myself cool now because we got a team. We got a team. Okay, so yeah, Boston got Jrue Holiday and KP. Milwaukee got Dame Dollar. I'm good. I'm good, yo. I'm good. I'm not worried about them. I'm not worried about none of them. None of them. Right? None of them. They making calls about Deuce. They making calls about IQ. They making calls about Mitch Robinson. Like, yeah, chill. We good. We good. Thank you, Tony Tippins. I love that energy. Tony Tippins said he guaranteeing. He doing the Joe Namath. He's saying, I guarantee it. ACF, baby. Hey, listen. It takes, you got to understand, y'all. You got to have the ball bounce your way to make the Eastern Conference Finals. It's not easy, y'all. You can have the most talented team going, and you may not make it. Okay, it's just you got to have the ball bounce your way. Milwaukee Bucks, in my opinion, were Giannis Antetokounmpo injury away from going to the ECF. I don't believe they would have lost to Miami if Giannis was fully healthy. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised. My dad is he's worrying me, but I go to see him every day, pray with him. I got some exercise stuff for him today. He's worrying me, my father, but I'm being prepared. I'm trying to honestly accept, trying to. It's some things you can't prepare for, brethren. I'm learning that with my dad. You can know it's coming, you can see it coming, and you're still not ready. Yeah, you're still not ready. Where it is. Okay. But thank you. I want to also very much thank you for the support and the prayers that y'all been giving. That's huge, man. To me, people saying that, sending love, sending prayers, sending best wishes, to me, that's as strong as anything you can do. There's really, when somebody in your family is sick and dying, but what you can say, what can you say, really? But when you're praying and you're offering comfort to people, that's about as best, that's about as strong as you could get. Really, it is. And I'm really thankful for y'all. Really are thankful. No doubt about it. I'm so thankful of what y'all have put forth for my dad. I'm very, very appreciative. So if I seem unappreciative, please excuse me, because I am very appreciative. I haven't told y'all, thank you so much for what you do. What you did for me and my father. I greatly appreciate that. Okay. Great stuff. I really love y'all for that. Praise the Most High. And one day, soon this season, if y'all in Orlando area, we got to come together, have a meal someplace, maybe P.O. That's one of our favorites, P.O. And then my man, Castle King. Oh, please send up prayers for Castle King Rowe. His mother died. Friday. So please send up prayers. Y'all remember Castle King Ruel, my man. He comes most of the time. He has a channel too. His name is Organic Fanatic. Y'all remember Organic Fanatic? His mother died Friday. Suddenly. He wasn't expecting it. Okay. So please remember him too. I appreciate that. But yeah, P.O. and they got one in Orlando. We usually go to the one that's closest to me is one in Ocoee. We go there, but P.O. is one. But my man Castle King, there's this Colombian spot near him, and it's not quite P.O., but if you like steak, Colombian style, they do a really good steak Colombian style. They really do. They do a really good steak Colombian style. Now I stay away from the carbs, but they got some really good plantano. Yeah, they do that stuff right with the beans and rice. That Colombian spot, they do it right. And they got actually right around the corner from there. He's in Lake Mary. There's this, what's that place called where you can play the golf? You do the golf drives. You can play pool. Y'all know the place I'm talking about. There's a place there. I forgot what it's called, but it's like a little recreation thing. You could drive the ball if you're into golf, and they got good food there. Yeah, over there. Oh yeah, they got at the Colombian spot. They do good with the. I don't hardly do it because I'm staying away from them cars, but I ain't gonna front. I've had it, and the plantain and the rice and beans are top notch. Not quite. I give them a step below POP, a step like a half step below POP. POP got it going on though. But we gotta do something. If y'all in the Orlando area and you know we can plan something this season and see what we can do. I haven't been able to secure any Knicks tickets for the Magic, but I'm gonna see what else I could do because I like to watch the Magic too, but I'd rather be there with the Knicks playing. But you know, we'll see what happens. And if any of y'all in Brooklyn on December 20th, we gonna be at the game. Me and my cousins gonna be at the game in Brooklyn on December 20th. That's gonna be the shot too. I'm coming into New York to I'm coming into Newark Airport on the 19th, and I'm spending the night in Newark, and then I'm headed to my cousins early on the 20th. We're gonna hang out, and then we're gonna go to the game. Yeah, because Mitch is y'all know Mitch is an emotional guy, right? I mean, he's happy-go-lucky, but he wears his emotions on his sleeve. So I wasn't surprised that he said something. But don't worry, the Knicks, you're gonna get your RJs and your Randalls really, and your Brunsons, they'll take him aside. That's what I love about this team. They'll take him aside and they'll say, "Listen, man, you're gonna be all right. Don't worry about it. Okay, don't worry about it." Yeah. So don't worry about his comments. He say, "I want the ball more" and all this. I'm not worried about him. Just block shots, run the floor, protect the rim. We good. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, right. So I'm not worried about Mitch Rob. I love Mitch Rob, man. I don't worry about him. Okay, I don't worry about him. Yeah, I heard about that old school play. I saw it. I couldn't believe it. I thought somebody was faking it, like trying to act like fake video, but it was real. They flooded Brooklyn, man. Dad, I hope everybody's okay. Yeah, they flooded up Brooklyn. I heard. I seen that. Okay, but hey, like I said, if y'all in Orlando, hit me up. Me, Castle King, and another brother, Mount Prakash. We always get together, every once in a while, especially during the season. We get together several times. Usually, like I said, at that Columbia spot, at Pio. It's affordable. It's not like crazy. It's not like some of them real expensive like Ruth Chris Steakhouse. I like that too, but I don't want to put nobody out. You know what I'm saying? Where if you go to Pio, you can eat really good for like $15. You can eat really good for $15. Yeah, you get really good for $15. And in New York, my favorite spot is Flor de Mayo. Flor de Mayo on 86th Street. They got a couple of them, but they're on 86th Street and not Columbus. Is it Columbus? I think it's 86 in Columbus. Yeah, Flor de Mayo does some stuff up too. That one, really good. Really good. Yeah, there's a lot of protesting going on down here. And unfortunately, I live among the people that would be doing the protesting. But I stay away from politics. I take Malcolm X's advice, and I don't trust none of them. I don't trust conservatives, and I don't trust liberals. I think they all full of crap. And they all dogging me and my people. So I don't care what they say, honestly. To be quite honest. 86 in Amsterdam. That's it, Knicks Nation. That's it. 86 in Amsterdam. 86 in Amsterdam. That's the spot right there. Flor de Mayo. Man, if you like Peruvian chicken and all the trimmings, that's your spot. That's your spot. Brother Lonnie, we got, if you don't you come down to Florida and don't tell me. You know that. You know that, Brother Lonnie. You don't you come down to Florida, don't tell me. I'll be upset at you and Sister Joyce did you do that. You got to come down. You come down here, you best look me up. We got to hook you up. Matter of fact, I got a spot for you if you need a place. Brother Lonnie. That's my man, Lionel Judah. I got a spot for you if you need a spot. I got something for you. So if you coming down, let us know. We got you hooked up. Okay? I got you. Yeah, 86 in Amsterdam. That's it. Matter of fact, maybe we should plan that, for the 20th. Even though, the game's in Brooklyn and everything. If you don't mind. I mean, I don't mind going to 86. I used to live in that neighborhood. That's why I know the spot. I used to live on 97th in Columbus. But I like that spot, man. Shoot. 86 in Amsterdam. That's it. I used to live on 97 Columbus. It's the same neighborhood. One block over, up the street. Yeah. Yo, Lonnie, if you coming down, don't mess around now. You and Sister Joyce, you know what you got. I got a spot for you. I got you covered, bro. Don't worry. I got you covered. You fam. You fam. So you know you got, I got you. Got you. Got you covered. All right. I'm getting ready to go out here. I see my daddy in a little while. Please enjoy your weekend. Exciting times, y'all. It's Knicks time now. It's season time now. It's good, y'all. Again, thank you so much for your support of my dad. I ain't gonna forget that. Like my man said, like De Niro said in Godfather 2. I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna remember that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, media day tomorrow. You know, they just talking mess. I really want to hear what Tibbs has to say. And I hope the Don says something. If the Don comes out, say something, I want to hear that. I don't care what the players say, you know. But y'all, please take care of yourself out there, all right? Be safe. We will see some of y'all soon. Thank you.